everybody? I'm your host Decaf and welcome back to our channel with the Closet Unlocked. And I am not going to go into that whole spiel because I feel like at this point, y'all get it. And if you don't get it, that means you need to go back and listen to them other videos about our stories and our songs of the show because we give the spiel there. And if you don't know, then you need to get to know. But anyways, welcome back to the table where we discuss what's new, what's happening, and what's what in Black and queer culture. Before we get started, I would like to address two things. The first one is my hair. Now, I'm not gonna bring this up every video because that's just not what we do as Black people. But you see, my hair is a little different. I did this style myself about a week or so ago and it's starting to come down, so it's starting to look raggedy. But it's okay, I did it myself. And we gonna come back looking better one day. It just might not be today, but it's okay. I don't look crazy. But anyways, want to point that out in case anybody has something to say. I know how some folks be about hair and switching videos. But anyways, before we get started, I just want to shout out to all of you all who are just finding different ways to express yourselves and how to find different joys in life. I know that the journey is not always easy, but I promise that if you keep going, that if you keep trying new things, that you'll be able to find what works best for you. And this has also become true for a lot of LGBTQ athletes around the world. Not only have they been able to reclaim their queerness in the public light, but we've also seen a lot of individuals starting to address the issue of bi-erasure. Now I'm gonna take y'all on a little history lesson. During the 16th century, the word queer first appeared as a noun which meant something of odd or peculiar nature. This was similar to counterfeit money, people who may have been ill or sick, or even bullies that needed something to say when they ran out of words because they didn't know what else to say. It also happened to begin being used as a derogatory adjective during the 20th century. That was up until the gay rights movement during the 1990s. It was then that those that identified as homosexuals began to adopt the word as a more positive self-label. Now, sources do say that it was an organization, Queer Nation, that initiated this movement in hopes to disarm homophobes of the word. And I know that although this word does sting for some of those who may have experienced trauma around it, the reclamation of the word has continued to bring different light into our more public world. Reclaiming how the public has defined queerness has allowed us to expand across the sexuality spectrum and has encouraged a lot of others to not exist within labels. In fact, it opened the word up to meaning everything except heterosexual. How about that? Increasingly, nearly 6% of sexual minorities now identify as queer. And although that number does not seem pretty large, it has doubled than what it used to be. So we're starting to see a lot more sexual minorities identified not only as within the LGBTQ spectrum, but by reclaiming the word queer as well. By expanding the meaning of queer, we have been able to explore the fluidity of sexuality and gender concepts. We have been able to better understand the experiences of people who may look like us, but have lived completely different lives. And most importantly, we have been able to support those who have been historically left out of the conversations. This is why it is so important for us to not only acknowledge each other's experiences, but respect them as well. For years, bisexuality has been either misconstrued or left out of the conversation when it comes to queerness. And it's not just heterosexual folks that may misinterpret it. It also happens within the LGBTQ community as well. So overall, we just need to do better as people. Expanding the world of queer means that we should just let people do them and support it. Because that's all each of us want, right? Is support. That means not telling someone that them being bi is just a phase or that they're lying about it. That means not sexualizing them because of your own fantasy of what bi experiences look like. It means respecting their interests, their boundaries, and their existence. We owe them the same respect that we would demand for our own communities. Because that's all each of us will want, right? Is respect. Anyways, I am very proud of all of the athletes that are standing up for what they believe in, and I am just so grateful for all of the fearless and sometimes involuntary leaders that have come before us that has shown us how to support one another. So that's what I'll keep doing. Supporting those that I can, how I can. And I can't say that I've always been the best at it, but at least I'm trying. So for next episode, we'll be back discussing more Black queer folks being represented at the table. But until next time, peace out.